Hello everyone, welcome back. I figured I would come and record a kind of like a what's in my bag video. Well, not kind of, it is a what's in my bag video. I've seen a lot of people do it, and it's kind of interesting to see, people who are good at golf and people who aren't, what's in their bag, and maybe useful things that I doubt that I have, but useful things other people have that I don't have in my bag, and so things I need to add. And also just kind of cool inspiration stuff to see what other people got and what they're working with. So I figured it should be a kind of a quicker video today, but just kind of wanted to run you guys through it. I do have this bag here. I got off of Facebook probably 2 or 3 months ago. It's this yellow Nike bag. I really do like it. It was a huge upgrade from my old one. My old one had no stands and it couldn't stand up on its own. So it's really nice to have something like this now. And yeah, I will kind of just run through exactly what's in it and kind of some of the accessories I have, if anybody likes, seeing different kind of stuff. I try to have some fun stuff in my bag so it's not super serious. But I need to get a couple more stuff because it's getting a little bland, I feel like, so. Soon, more stuff coming soon. All right, everyone. I'll kind of go around the bag and then in the bag, if that makes any sense at all. So starting with the top here, I got this Amazon rangefinder. It is, I forgot what the brand is. Pull it out and look. It is Reverse. Reversary. You guys let me know what that says. But it's great. It's got a USB-C charger. It does have like kind of a focus feature. It's pretty accurate from what I've tested. Yeah, it does. I think it has a slope. I've never actually used it, so I don't know how well it works or not. So I can't speak to that. But is that for you guys? All right, and next up here, I just did this. I can't decide if it's kind of like frat boy-y, but I thought it was really cool. I saw somebody on TikTok have it. It's a Crown Royale bag, as you can see, but for just kind of an easier way, to have a bunch of tees and stuff. I have a tees, I think one ball, and then in here, which does kind of get lost in my bag, so it is nice to have it right here and you can kind of close it up. But I have my, from Dick's Sporting Goods, my Callaway divot ball mark repair tool. It does have a little groove sharpener, groove cleaner up top there. Obviously the repair tool on the bottom, a little brush that isn't super great. I usually borrow my buddies when we're out because his is pretty nice. And then it does have a little ball marker, a magnetic one here. You pop out. It's good to go. And I'm not at the point where I need to use the ball marker. I probably should more to line up my putts and whatnot, but that's a discussion for on course. But yeah, besides that, I've got all my tees in here. Well, some of my tees, and then I have just an extra ball just up top there, which is nice. I like being able to grab it super quick. And then on the side of the bag here, it does have a couple tee holders up top here. It's got 4 slots, and so I use these. I forgot the length, but a little American flag, so a little something. I don't like having plain stuff. I like having, something not necessarily nice, but just something that I can identify as my own, And then this pocket here is actually kind of like felt or suede lined. So I usually throw, if I'm not recording with my phone or something, I'll throw my phone, my wallet, my keys in here, and I'll zipper that up and keeps anything from getting scratched, so it's really nice. And then down here, this big pocket, I do usually keep the tripod in it that you guys are currently set up on right now. And then I also keep some of my snacks. So right now, I've been rocking the Chomp Sticks. I've also seen these get a little bit more popular online, I think. I can't remember where I first saw them, but they're pretty incredible. I have a small bag that has some smaller size ones, then I like these bigger ones for the course because I need it for longer trips out there. All right, moving on to the front now. This very front pocket here, I keep all of my kind of game balls or a couple of the cool ones I find on course. I'll keep in here. I've also got my scorecard for the course we play at specifically. And then I have a Sharpie and a ball mark tool in case I feel inclined to mark that they're mine, but usually I got a pretty good eye for looking out for which one's mine, and most of the other ones are marked anyway, so I know mine are the plain ones. But there's not too many of the Callaway matte pink ones out there on the course, so don't have to worry about that too much right now. And then right above it here in this little holder pocket kind of thing you could call it, I have my 2 gloves. This one was the first glove I ever had. It's a margarita and tacos kind of glove. I just got this one off Amazon. And then I'd say June-ish, I got this Callaway glove. And I was surprised. They're not that much more expensive. But I was surprised on how much better the quality is than some of like the cheap Amazon gloves. I really didn't think it would be like a big difference, but it's really surprised me, and I haven't touched this glove since. I think maybe once on the driving range, so I didn't, tear through this one as fast, but it's been awesome. I can't speak highly enough on spending a couple more bucks and getting a really nice glove. And then on my bag here, there is a glove holder, which I think, as you guys see, I don't usually use because I just keep my glove on the whole time, but it is nice. You can Velcro it there, if you're taking it off for putting or driving or whatever. And then a little further up here this is actually a Sharpie slot, but I actually keep my little groove cleaner in there, my groove sharpener. I keep that in there because I can't stand digging in there just to grab something, so I don't mind leaving that up there. I use it a lot more than I do my Sharpie, so that's why I keep it there. And then you guys saw my tees earlier, so let me switch it to the other side here. This pocket I don't think holds much right now. I think it just has some more extra tees. Yeah, just got some more tees in here. My water bottle pocket I don't usually hold or use because I usually just put my water bottle in the cart or just to the next to the bag because it's pretty big, so it usually falls out. But there's the side, and then I have my whatever you call this, a towel. I have my towel here, go Pats. I did have an older Patriots towel, but it got pretty dirty and it was super huge and heavy, so I'm glad I just recently got this smaller one. And kind of for the new season, I figured I'd get a new towel. Preseason was, however, when you're watching this, preseason just started last Friday for me. Today is Monday, so 4 days ago. Yeah, let me go ahead and get a little better picture on the clubs, and then we'll wrap this getting up. All right, I figured it'd be a little quicker and a little better to see, if I just kind of zoomed in on it. So, starting with the bottom here, I have my putter down here in the middle. I know some people keep it up top and, all the covered clubs with the other covered clubs, but I prefer it in the bottom. It's a little easier for me to grab, so I don't have to weed through these. So, whatever, sacrilegious, whatever you want to say. I keep my putter there, and then I've got my 2 wedges. They're actually both sand wedges because this is my new Callaway one you guys saw in the last video. And then this was the old one I was using, this Ben Hogan one, which is super trash now. The grooves were pretty bad anyway, but you see if you guys can see that. Yeah, so it needed to be upgraded. I'm glad I did, but I'm keeping this one in there just as a backup, and if I don't want to destroy this one as fast. And then moving up to my iron row here, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then my pitching wedge down here in the bottom left for you guys. They are really dirty, forgive me. I did mean to clean them, but I kind of just brought out my camera or my phone in my bag and I forgot, so they're not clean. But here are my clubs here. They are the Kunnan EXT mid oversize. I don't know, I bought this kind of like used set that came with all the other clubs off Facebook, so I probably need to upgrade or get fitted at some point, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then I have my 3 and 5 wood right here. These ones are, they are Pro Tactic. Also a good candidate to be upgraded. I won't show it the 3. It's the same thing. But I got these little head covers that actually I think were my dad's off of some random bag in our shed. So yeah, I've been using those. I actually really like them. I like the little, you know, the fluffy stuff. So I'm thinking about getting one like that for the driver. I love this driver head cover. If you couldn't tell, it's Tiger with his Masters jacket. And so I really do enjoy it, but it is really big. And I like how it looks when it's super clean. Here you can see all the irons flushed down. So I may get a smaller one. I may hold on to it. I'm not sure just yet. But yeah, I think it's a pretty standard one. It says it's a live wire shaft. Let's see, I forgot what. It's an Affinity Explode 10.5-inch driver. Also a little dirty. And also a good candidate to be upgraded. I don't know exactly what to go to, because I don't really know, you know, what kind of driver would suit me in my game. Saying that as if I have a game, as if I'm good. But I think it is a good thing to kind of stay on top of upgrading your clubs when you could, and seeing what all they got out there. I mean, they got stuff that's super forgiving and could help me. So I got to look into some more stuff. Maybe next season I'll look at, upgrading my driver, maybe a couple other things. But for now, yeah, this is the bag. All right, well, that was it. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any questions about, you know, what else I'm thinking about adding to my bag, or why I have some things, I think they're all pretty standard. But yeah, let me know what you guys got in your bag. If you guys got anything funky, any cool kind of driver head covers, or any cool tees, let me know. I'm always in the market for some funky looking stuff. So yeah, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.